Oh, oh wow. Someone's been watching far too much Stole Vince. Which you cheated a little bit on, actually. There's a lot of colour in there. There's a lot of colour in there. Thinking about
you realize I cheat in every video. I really do.
Mitch at Terrainosaur got in touch with me and challenged me to a terrain making exercise, which I jumped at the chance of. He had just come off the back of doing 2 other challenges with Narb Makes and Steve Famine. So in those 2, he created some absolutely huge Necromunda style grim dark terrain. And he wanted to go completely opposite direction by making something much smaller. So I was like, okay, what's the idea then? And he came up with this idea of making display stands that we can put our special characters on, so that when we put them in a display cabinet, they rise up above all the other rank and file models that we've got in those cabinets. It draws the eye, and when we're showing them off, after we spent so much time painting and modelling and customising them, people that view them will just see, that character's special. I can see that by the beautiful stand that they've been given, this plinth that allows them to rise up above all those other troops and look down on them proudly. This first one was a Mordheim inspired one, where I used foamed PVC, which is a sheet material which you can get from your local friendly printmakers, and I chopped them up into lots of little bricks, individual bricks, threw them into a tub with some large stones, gave it a good old shake to get some lovely texture into the stones and round off the corners, and then used some tacky glue to stick them together in a bit of a haphazard kind of way, really. I then went ahead and got some tile grout and covered them in tile grout, washing off all the excess, washing off all the excess, and then topped it off with this rickety boardwalk type thing made out of balsa wood, which, as you can see, is really lovely to be able to sculpt even better wood textures within them. It's obviously natural wood. I can scratch it to my heart's content to make eyes in the wood, splits, breaks, take a knife to it, rough up the edges, use wire brushes to increase the grain. It's great. Just while I'm finishing off this one, let me talk to you a bit more about Mitch and what he's doing with Terrainosaur. So he's been running the channel for a number of years, but just recently he has changed gear and brought on some extra talent for his channel, and has also been running these challenges, which this is the 3rd. This has all been to raise money for his charity of choice, which is the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. Mitch lives with Parkinson's himself, and I also have family that have Parkinson's too. So this is a charity which is very close to my own heart. I donated to the charity as well as part of my engagement with Mitch. It wasn't a necessity, but it's something that I wanted to do. And something else that I also want to do is, once I have these plimps, these display stands painted up. I am looking to auction them off and give all the proceeds that I make from the sale of these display stands will also be donated to the charity. Now with this one, this is a 40k inspired, so you can see it's a very traditional column, but I then embellished it with lots of servo skulls, lots of insignia from the 40k universe, purity seals and candles. And then lastly, for this third plinth, I wanted to make something which was perhaps a bit more chaosy or Necromunda-ish. So I pulled together some weird shape with some tin foil to make as an armature, and then covered it in green stuff, and then some green stuff mixed with milliput, which allowed me to create this weird tentacle type thing. Then adorned it with lots of hanging cables and greeblies, which makes it feel like it's part of the Necromunda underhive. So that's the three bases that I managed to produce: a fantasy Mordheim inspired one, a 40k in-world inspired plinth, and an in-world Necromunda / chaos hal type display stand. Let us now go over and see my reaction to what Mitch produced. Now I'm not going to actually show you what he produced in my video. In order to see that and see the amazing things that he was able to create in this challenge, you need to go over and check out his YouTube video as well on this particular subject, and that's all linked in the description, and you'll be able to click onto his video from the end card of this video as well. So go ahead and go and take a look at what Mitch produced, because it is absolutely mind-blowing. And if you're not already, give him a like, give him a subscribe, do all the things.
And I'll be honest, I really like the Necromunda one, but I'd have to see it painted to go, is it good or is it great? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a little tricky. So we were on the same path. I took one that I textured with texture paint, and then it kind of looks like I painted it, but it doesn't need any more. Okay,
Cool.
So yeah, good stuff. I like this a lot.
Brilliant.
Okay, so that was fun. All right, so you want to do mine now?
Okay, I'll do Fantasy Root then, first of all. Oh, cool. Very nice. So this looks like there's this intrepid adventurer just walking along, you know, having a nice time. But underneath him, God, there's just this whole other world. It's like a tangle of all sorts of stuff going on.
No skulls, no skulls.
Really gnarly. You've got some vegetation in there. No skulls. I really like the way that the vines are just so gnarly. Fantastic.
Do you know what they are?
You've got even the base is not perfectly round. So the base that the characters stands on, and also the base at the bottom, they're different sizes, but they're nicely organic shapes.
Yeah. And then you can look at the.
Okay, so I'm looking. You can see that you've got. Looks like you used a leaf punch, have you?
Yep.
Fantastic. So you've got some leaves scattered around. The colours are fantastic. The fantasy one, which you cheated a little bit on, actually. There's a lot of colour in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of colour in there. Thinking about
You realize I cheat in every video. I really do.
It feels like it's wet.
Yes.
It feels damp. It feels like there's been a big downpour.
You know why?
It's very damp and nasty down there. Go on.
Glue.
Oh, the glue. Yeah.
I didn't matte varnish it, and I was like, hey, it looks fine. I'll leave it alone.
Yeah. It's one of those happy accidents, as our friend Bob would say.
Yep.
That's lovely. So what did you use for the actual vines?
I was waiting for that. I was like, he doesn't know. You can't guess, can you?
No.
But no,
Okay.
those are sprues on the roots.
Oh.
Those are sprues.
And you've taken a lighter or torched them? melted them,
Twisted them.
Very clever. Very clever. You do like your sprues and making vegetation out of them.
I got another one coming out that takes it even further.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's the same concept. It really works. I was like, well, I'm stuck on this now.
It's great. Yeah, they look so organic. Yeah.
Okay, so
looking at it, I could almost say, well, Mitch, you've gone into your garden and picked up a few twigs and just painted them.
yeah, and that would have cost me less, wouldn't it?
Fantastic. Okay.
So yeah, the other one you saw is the horror one.
Okay. So this is the horror one. We've got, it's just, there's something unnerving about it.
Yeah.
You just don't know what it is. Is it intestinal? Is it alien? Is it gonna like pierce through my skin and try and eat me? And yeah, it's very unnerving. That's have you got any ideas what colours you're going to use when you put the ones up?
The funny thing is, I thought it would, those Idoneth Deepkin, the seals for Age of Sigmar. I don't play them, but I was like, it kind of looks underwater.
And I can see it with your Boxwalker on top. Yeah.
No, it's not mine. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see that Boxwalker, that was painted by Juan Hidalgo. I'm going to sneak that in there. I'm not going to put one of mine on there.
Well, he definitely fits with the theme.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It really does. That's brilliant.
Okay, now the next one.
I like that.
This is the reaction I'm waiting. This is the reaction I'm waiting for. Do not describe it, but this is the one I was waiting for.
Okay, this looks interesting from that preview. Oh wow. Oh wow. Someone's been watching far too much Soul Vince. That's the whole lot of, that's beautiful, Mitch. Yeah.
Thank you.
For me, out of the three, this really floats my boat. Yeah, that's stunning. I think this is probably the one that you've put the most time and work into, I'm guessing. The textures, the greebling, the rivets, the chains, and everything put into this, it feels very, very in-world for that city kind of feel to it. I really like the fantasy one as well. It's my top. I think the fantasy one second. I want to see what you're going to do with the horror one.
Yeah,
go with intestinal colours and stuff like that. That's going to be interesting.